Good afternoon. This is cause number 2022-31395 in the interest of Deanna Celeste and Rose Groff. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Candace Blackburn, and I'm the mother of Deanna Groff, Celeste Groff, and Rose Groff.
All right. And representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
Court will note that the non-custodial parents, Dustin Page Groff, Mr. Groff, was personally served on July 12th, 2022 at 9:34 a.m. at 8854 Blueberry Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas. And he's not appeared or filed an answer. Is that correct, Mr. Regla?
That's correct, Judge.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. And Judge, in this case, my office had originally filed this suit for a third child, Deanna Groff, and the presumed father of that child, Brian Johnson. Today, I'm announcing a non-suit only as to Brian Johnson, because we never got service on the presumed father to determine paternity of Deanna Groff. So I'm non-suiting against that man and all the issues for that child.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the mother now. Okay, ma'am, in this case, for the two remaining children that we're addressing are Celeste and Rose Groff, correct?
Right.
And when they were both born, you were already married to Dustin Groff. Is that also true?
True.
Now, y'all used to live together as a family, but you've been separated since April of 2021. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the reason y'all separated is because Mr. Groff put his hands on you. At that time, you filed charges for domestic violence. By the time police got there, he had already fled, though he eventually did get arrested and charged with family violence he committed against you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, he is still going through the criminal court case on that family violence charge. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Since y'all's separation, you have been making all the decisions how to raise this child without his help. Is that true?
Yes.
And going forward, are you requesting of the court that you continue to be allowed to act as the managing conservator of both of your girls?
Yes.
Okay. And since then, when the father has seen your daughters, it has only been when y'all met at the Washington Park in Baytown. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you were there to supervise those visits?
Yes.
Okay. And has the father actually shown up under the influence of illegal substances to try and do a visit at the park?
Yes.
What drugs have seen him high on?
Meth. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
meth, marijuana, and Xanax.
Okay. And he has a drug abuse problem he's been dealing with since before y'all separation. Is that right?
Correct.
As far as you know, he continues to use and abuse illegal substances. Is that also true?
True.
So if the father does come to visit the girls, are you requesting that he abstain from any use of drugs or alcohol before and during his visits with your daughters?
Correct.
You know, so asking for the court to order that any visits that do happen at that same park, Edna May Washington Park in Baytown. Okay. And you are asking for a modified schedule of visits before he can move on to the standard possession order, correct?
Correct.
You're asking for 20 supervised Saturday afternoon visits, followed by 10 Saturday afternoon visits from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., 10 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and then 10 overnights before the father can move on to a standard possession order. Is that correct?
Correct.
And do you believe that all this would be in the best interest of your daughters, given the father's drug abuse problems, domestic violence problems that he's had with you in the past?
Correct.
Okay, how do you communicate with the father right now?
Over the Text Now app.
Okay, and that's worked for y'all in the past?
Yes.
Apart from using that app, are you also requesting that your address and phone number be kept confidential from Mr. Groff?
Right. Correct.
If he were to have your information, do you fear future threats, harassment, and domestic violence?
No. There anymore.
Okay. We don't have proof of this man's income. Is that true?
No.
Okay. And these are his only two kids?
Yes.
Okay. And your daughters are not on any kind of private insurance right now. Is that true?
No, just Medicaid.
Okay. And for these two kids, we're requesting the court to allow us to use at least minimum wage to establish his medical support of $75 a month beginning February 1st, and child support for the two kids at $269 per month beginning February 1st. Is that correct?
Correct.
Since y'all separated April of 2021 through today's court date, he hasn't given you any kind of money as support for the two daughters. Is that true?
True.
So based entirely on minimum wage for the two kids going back to April 2021 through today's date, total is $6,336. And you're requesting a monthly payment of $82 a month, also to begin February 1st, 2023. Is that correct?
Correct.
And do you believe that today's court orders in the best interest of your two daughters?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to grant this default order against Mr. Groff?
Yes.
And Judge, I'll pass the witness at this time.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Excused.
Thank you,